What's up, people? Welcome back to another explanation video. This time I'm gonna go over the rapier things to know. So yeah, let's keep going, shall we? Okay, so let's get started. As usual, I'm gonna go over some of the good rapiers you can use. Depends on the depends where you're at and where to get them. As usual, starting off with the time stream, which I don't have right now. That's from the West normal raid. You can pick it up from the boss chest. There's a chance you'll get it, and it has like that passive where you can get that I think 10%. I mean not 10. It's plus 10 crit rate. So it's actually pretty useful earlier in the game. Like I say, I have plenty of those videos from the long time ago where I'm using like all the normal raid gears and stuff. It will help you quite a bit. You can actually do extreme, no problem with normal raid gears. Like I said, you don't need extreme gears to do extreme. So that one is really a good rapier to pick it up early in the game. And then the next thing is the Graceful needle, which is the extreme version. That has 4 versions as well, like strength, dex, strength, vitality, strength, agility, and then 4 stats. That one, rapier, seems to drop quite often, so I usually recommend to pick up the strength and the dex. Will be really good, because other than that, yeah, 4 stats will be fine. I mean, the agility and missing accuracy quite a bit. That's the only problem. Other than that, the other 2 is fine. So rapier is not a difficult weapon to get, because from me farming thousands times, I get rapier quite often. So that's one weapon I never really need to worry about getting it, because it shows up quite often. And the next thing I want to talk about is the midnight ring for DPS. This is the XT version. There is a version drop from the divine beast, where you have to unlock the divine beast and kill it. I think it's the whale. That one is okay, but like I want to talk about the extreme version of the midnight ring. This thing's by far it is the best DPS rapier that we have in the game. So yeah, it has really high strength and dex and accuracy as well as the passive. The passive gives you 10% strength, which is like really good bonus if you can have it. So basically it's just like an upgraded version of the extreme version where the strength and dex. Other than that, this will be your probably best DPS rapier at the moment until we get something good in the future. Although rapier uses a lot of dex and agility, but for the time being, the strength and dex will be fine, because that's all we got. Other than that, yeah. To get this weapon, you have to go I think you have to go to the North DLC map, to the Bison up here. You fast travel here. There is an enemy here spawn. I think if you kill it, it will drop the rapier. It is not a fixed stat, so you're gonna need to farm. You're gonna need to farm for the stats that you wanted, as usual. So it's sometimes it really just depends on RG. Like I say, if it's non-fixed stats weapons. Next thing I want to talk about is the Mistblade. The Mistblade is really good for debuffing. That's why I have it on Asna or Shaita, because it gets really high accuracy and really high dex. This version, you can get it from the Ancient Apostle, so you'll probably get it quite a bit, or you can get it from anywhere else like Divine. Sometimes they drop them, but mostly you will find the Ancient Apostle since it's an XT gear, so normally they will drop it over there. This is the version that gives you the highest accuracy, so try to get the passive and a combat skill together. That's the maximum stats. Other than that, not much to say about this Rapier. It can be good for DPS, just a little bit lower than the XT Midnight Rain. Other than that, you know, the XT Mistblade will be a really good debuffer because it has such a high accuracy. Debuffer really need is accuracy and special accuracy. So the thing is, when you have a high accuracy, it's much easier to customize the special accuracy. For Rapier, you need more accuracy than the dagger to land, you know. So it's quite a bit. Like Rapier uses higher accuracy because of the sword skill. So with that being said, you know, these are the Rapiers that actually really good in the game currently, until we get the awesomeness, you know, Ancient Apostle. Then I can't wait to see what kind of Rapier she'll get, because I'm kind of excited to find out if the Rapier will be decent or would it be really good for debuffer. There are 8 sword skill for this. Almost say spear. There are 8 sword skill for the Rapiers. So as usual, quadruple ping is a really good hazard skill. That's pretty much a must-have if you want to instant hazard the enemy. There's really no skill better than the quadruple ping in this game to hazard the enemy. So the Rapier has a lot of good advantage. Rapier is really balanced because you have DPS, slow, hazard, and a lot of, you know, quite a bit of stuff. So linear is a good DPS complement to the EX. It's fast and it's easy to customize. Volume, I'm not sure, to be honest. Like, this skill is okay. I mean, not many people use it, but sometimes you might have some people using here and there. I will leave it to you. Spica, it is good. This is the slow sword skill for the Rapier. It is like the dagger, Shadow Stitch. Star Splash, it's good. Like, it's really good if you can actually use that skill to down the enemy when they're fatal. So I chose linear over star, but some people do like to use the star. But the only thing I didn't really like is just the vitality as usual. Not a good customized as usual. Like I said, raging it's okay. Shooting star, flashing penetrator. This is the EX skill, so you're pretty much gonna need the EX for the Rapier if you want to maximize the damage and stuff. So out of all these skills, 5 of them you'll see them pop up quite a bit. The other 3, you might be able to use it here and there, but in terms of like damage wise, not so much. But for fun and other stuff, yeah, you can use it. Like I say, it's really your choice when it comes to sword skills, which one you like to pick and which one you like to use. The next thing, as usual, the custom. The flashing penetrator uses dex and agility, so there is an armor that is actually perfect for dex and agility. So it is really good, the Forgotten outfit. You can use the average because it gives dex and agility, but it's like the mini version that the stats does not go super high. However, if you don't have that, you can always upgrade the other one and use it. Other than that, yeah, the incarnation is there. The passive is good if you can get one. It's not necessary because, you know, like I said, it's a bonus. If you can get it, it'll be really helpful. If you don't, then no need. Other than that, like anything customized with the dex, I don't know why I have this ring on. I probably equipped some other ring and then equipped the wrong ring, so it actually changes. So anything with a dex and agility, let's see, or you can use strength and dex, or strength and agility, or agility, or whatever, you know, like. So I think there is a good boot. Yep, the Azurite gives, you know, dex and agility. But other than that, like the armor wise, steel armor works fine. The XT version. You can also use the normal version as well. Like it just really depends on what armor you have and what you can use. There's, like I said, there's many customs. You can use similar or the same armors if you want to from the other one. It's really like, you know, useful when it comes to sword skill. It's not like we're gonna need totally different stuff to set it up, you know. The thing about like all these weapons, they're similar, you know. When it comes to customized buff, you can beat it all the same, but it will become technical, depends on what weapons you're using and stuff for the higher end. For lower ends, you can use all the same customs, all the same accessories if you really want to. So other than that, yeah, quadruple pain is a hazard skill. If I use 4/4, then I will convert the passive to the an extra skill connect. So as much as just the incarnation, it's already hazarding really fast even without the incarnation. But with the incarnation plus the passive unfreezing spirit, oof. Yeah, the enemy probably will constantly get in hazard, so you don't really have to worry about that at all, as long as you can like have Reaper's Wrap and keep critting them. So the next thing is Spica. Spica is really good for the slow. However, Spica uses more accuracy than the dagger. Shadow Stitch actually use less accuracy and special. I don't know about special accuracy. I think you do need a little bit less special accuracy, but I think they're similar. Just because like those two skills are really, really just the go-to. You know, either you use a rapier slow or you use a dagger slow. But whenever they introduce the spear slow, it'll be interesting though. I need 7 to test out that, you know, that slow. Other than that, yeah. You know, Spica, it is good for the slow, but in the customization, like wise, anything with a high, you know, dex, accuracy, and the incarnation, if you really want to. But recommended, if you have the abyssal close, you're not necessarily need the passive, but if you do want to land slow on a 400, you're gonna need a lot of special accuracies and accuracy. So that's the only problem when it comes to the slow. Like for early game, it's not a big deal. You can just get anything with some special accuracy and then mainly accuracy, and you can pretty much slow them down. You know, Ring of Curse, I use it for special accuracy. I think my custom is messed up because I changed some stuff. But other than that, yeah, get the ring or get the full moon. Where is it? Yeah, or the Earring of Silence. They also have special accuracy as well. You can use those. They're the good substitution if you don't have anything else that has special accuracy and high accuracy. Or Dex is kind of accuracy. Other than that, I think there's the full moon. Yeah, the XT version of full moon necklace. So that you can also use if you need, you know, accuracy and special accuracy at the same time. So other than that, yeah. Sometimes I use this to convert to 4/4, so I'll be putting this on for the Sword Skill Connect passives and to make it 4/4. Other than that, yeah, not so much. You can mainly use it for slow. Other than slow, just convert to DPS to connect to 4/4. So the last thing for the sword skill is the linear that I chose, because linear is much easier combo to use. It is faster with the flashing penetrator. So linear is easy to customize. Dex and agility, you know what to do. It's exactly the same as flashing. So this thing, it's using exactly the same as flashing. Like I say, not so much change, same customization, and that's about it. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is how good is Rapier in this game at the moment. Rapier is actually really powerful. Like, this is actually a good weapon for people to use. It's actually good. It's actually good for people that who's starting the game. You know, trying to find a weapon that's easy to use. That this is actually a good weapon. Like I said, rapier. Rapier has accuracy, DPS, slow, hazard, so it's well balanced, and you don't have to worry about too much of anything. Rapier is really OP for some cases, but the only problem is for the rapier at the moment is the high-end content. It is kind of hard to do with a rapier. Like they have to give us like the divine beast version of the rapier for me to make it useful, because this can do the arena to one down the level 400, and not so much when it comes to divine beast at level 400. But the thing is, you can kill divine beast, it's just not gonna be like, it's not gonna be quick, and it's not gonna be like as fast as other weapons. But overall, rapier, I use majority of rapier for debuffer. DPS wise, I said is really balanced and is really good. Yeah, so you can kill pretty much like majority of enemies with the rapier, and it's actually recommended to pick it up. I know there's quite a bit of people like to use rapier as main and stuff. It is actually really good. You know, like I said, at the moment the best one we have is the Midnight Ring, the XT version. Other than that, not so much. Like, I'm still waiting for some of the weapons to get the good version to really make a good use of them. Otherwise, they won't be like anywhere close to the current, you know, weapons. Like the top of the top weapons. Like, in order to make the other weapons more powerful, we need to get the same similar version to really test how good they are. But for the time being, rapier you can use, you know, for a lot of raids, arenas, yeah, maybe divines, but you're not gonna kill them in one down as, you know, like the other weapon that fast. But other than that, yeah, the rapier is good for people that who, you know, want to look for some weapons that's well balanced, and that's it. You know, use the rapier, and then it's actually quite cheesy because of the quadruple ping and the slow, so you can spam those two over and over. Like, the enemy is really always instant hazard and always slow, so it is quite amused to watch them just cannot get up, you know. So other than that, yeah, rapier is really good. So if you want the best DPS version, pick up the XT version of the Midnight Ring. If you want a debuffer version, pick up the XT version of Mistblade. So other than that, yeah, you can set up the AI the same as usual with a rapier, which I think I have. Yeah, I still got some old videos about like debuffer and stuff, but now we just replace all that stuff with the XT or anything higher. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the rapier. Okay, people, I hope you guys enjoy it. Also, what are you two doing up there? Okay. I think when I put them in the, yep, there goes the buff. They still have not fixed that. That's the reason why I don't use Asuna as much, because my AI use random buffs, so it's gonna over buff me sometimes. Yeah, until they fix that, there's a lot of AIs I can't use when it comes to one down, but if it's a non-one down, I can use them. It's fine. So yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoy it. Until next time.